Hello guys and welcome to episode 26 of Let's Play Pokemon Legends Arceus. We're over here at the Moonview Arena, and as you can see there is a rather nasty snowstorm blowing. I dare say when we get back to the village the first thing we're going to need to do is get us some better winter clothes. But let's go ahead and head back so we can report to Commander Commodore what has happened. And I guess I don't actually need to walk, do I? We have our Arc Phone. We can just fast travel. So let's go ahead and pop down to the Highlands camp. Now, on our way back to the village, I'm going to cut in some footage. There's no commentary with it, but I have been out level grinding. If we go in here, you can see that we have gotten, we've gotten Typhlosion, Umbreon, Weasel, Luxray, Staraptor, Graveler, and a few other Pokemon up to level 50. I've also worked with a number of other Pokemon who have gotten their levels increased, and I've got a whole slew of Pokemon that need to be evolved. But we'll take care of the evolutions a little bit later in the episode. For the first part, excuse me, we're going to go ahead and just focus on storyline. But there is something I want to make sure I share with you guys, and I figure I can just cut that into the whole loading screen while we head back to the village. And I'll talk about that after I've shown it to you. But let's go ahead, because I know Professor Laventon's going to force us back into the village when we turn in our findings. Apparently he thinks I've caught one Pokemon. Oh, you guys are going to get a sneak peek. I forgot about this part, so I guess you'll get to see what it is. So let's go and report our findings. And there's the new Pokemon. It's a level 40 Rotom, and I'm going to show you some footage of when I actually caught that. But I'll talk about that after the footage when we're back in the village. So let's go ahead and click on through. Not much for this actual reporting. I would have thought I would have had more... Oh, that's the report for catching Pokemon. Now let's see about the observations. I should have quite a few observations to turn in. So let's see about this new data, because I think I had somewhere in the neighborhood of, yeah, we've got tons and tons of new data here. I can't tell you how many unreported research tasks we had. Here's at least 2 for Dustox. But we can at least go through and count well, maybe not count, but at least take a look at how many Pokemon there are that have been updated. I'm using the D-pad right now to scroll through them, because my joystick seems to be acting a little bit funny. But yeah, all the level grinding I did, I've got a lot of research data collected. Oh, there it is, 74 new research tasks. Oh, and we still didn't get up to a new rank. I wanted to make sure I caught this on camera because I thought we might get up to a new rank, but we still have another 450 points to go. Oh well. Oh, you quelled Lord Electrode! Splendid job as always, my boy! Let's be off to the village then. Time to report to Commander Commodore. Okay, and right there, guys, I should have cut in that footage. As I was level grinding off camera, I stumbled upon that Rotom. One place that I was kind of level grinding was, I guess it'd be easier for you guys if I actually zoom out and use the map. But, oh, there's a mass outbreak of Petilil over here. Well, if the game will let me, I may just head right back out of the village and go to this mass outbreak on camera. I do have a little something else to show you guys as far as a mass outbreak is concerned, but I wouldn't mind doing it in a more, well, I guess live wouldn't be the right term, but, oh, I'm going to the wrong spot entirely. Anyway, one thing at a time, Joseph, one thing at a time. So, right up here in the Sacred Plaza. There is an alpha right here that is an alpha Luxray. And since I was trying to level up a number of ground-type Pokemon, it was a great Pokemon to battle against, especially with some level 40 ground types. A little challenging because it's a level 55 alpha, so there were a couple instances where my first Pokemon that got sent out just got fainted immediately, but if you can sneak up and catch Luxray from behind and surprise it, it's a pretty good way to get some experience points. But it was right around this area where I discovered that Rotom, and you should have noticed that in the footage. But when I saw that Rotom there, I immediately suspended the gameplay and went ahead and got a recording going on, because I don't know how rare Rotom are in this game, but I didn't want to let an opportunity like that get by me to catch a Rotom, and I wanted to at least try to get the capture on footage for you guys. But anyway, all of my yammering done. Let's get on with the storyline, and then we can maybe go check out that Petilil. And it looks like Wanda has gone missing again. We will save our side quests for another episode. In this episode, I have some storyline I want to get through, and then a little additional footage I want to share with you guys later on, plus a whole bunch of evolutions. So Warden Melly believes that the frenzies of these Pokemon are some sort of trial set by Almighty Sinnoh. We cannot know if that is the case or not, but it does beg the question, why ever would this almighty Sinnoh drive the nobles to frenzy? Is it angered by something? Or does it seek to drive a wedge between people and Pokemon? Well, far be it from us humans to fathom the thoughts of Pokemon. And what is that space-time rift anyway? What caused it to open? But you must be tired. Go on then. To the Wallflower. Get some rest while you can. I've instructed Benny to prepare you his finest potato mochi. Thank you, Commander. And there we have scaling Perilous Heights complete. Dinner's on Kamado tonight. Eat your fill. What an enticing aroma! My appetite just went through the roof! Quite a change from the Commander's usual preaching about tightening our belts until things grow more stable. Well, I've heard talk that our progress surveying Pokemon has made gathering ingredients a less onerous, or at least dangerous, task. It's almost like a fairy tale, isn't it? How you've fallen to us from the sky and gone on to help the people of Hisui so much. Indeed! Taking on such perilous duties has earned you a great deal of trust, Joseph. It's like I always say, behavior is a mirror that reflects one's true nature. You let your actions do the speaking for you, Joseph, and the message is clear as day. It doesn't matter what whit where you came from, you're part of the Survey Corps and Jubilife Village now. And we get to have dinner. And we have the next day. Good to stretch and get all the muscles loosened up. Isn't it nice to get up early? You would say that, Edmund. Is it? It's not as if getting up early changes what you can do with the day. It changes how much time you have to do it with. Yes, it does. It opens up possibilities, such as responding to Commander Kamado's invitation today in a timely manner. Well, I got that same invitation, and I had to wake up even earlier than you to run all the way here for it. Come on, no need to grouse so much over a nice little early wake-up. Are you coming too? I'm sure we can all guess what the Commander wants with us. Yes, do come. Galaxy Hall is quite close anyway. I like the subtle little details they put into their text regarding either the importance of time or the importance of distance, or well, space with Arita. Oh, and it just yanks us right up here. We don't even get an option to go do something else. Alright. You have now quelled the frenzy of 4 nobles. It wasn't easy. on to the next one. Uh, is there a next one? I mean, I hate to be like the Doomsday Prophet and be like, well, there's always going to be another one. But it wasn't easy. I don't know which one of these options I like better. I guess I'll go with the kind of plucky, young, go-getter attitude and say on to the next one. My actual response here would be, yes, and it's good that we've, helped the Pokemon. When word of these frenzies arrived from all over Hisui, I feared what would become of us. But here we are, already preparing to quell the final noble. Oh, there is a final noble. Okay. Yeah, who would have dreamed some stranger who tumbled out of the sky would be our salvation? Life never does stop surprising you. The only lord left to be quelled is Avalugg, which lives in the Alabaster Icelands. Avalugg? He is also the largest of the nobles, according to what Arita told me. Your mission is to quell Avalugg, the final lord, and perhaps in doing so we may trigger some change in the space-time rift as well. Avalugg may be the Pearl Clan's noble, but my clan and the Galaxy team will have to step up to resolve this too, for the sake of a brighter future. Then let us all meet in the cold reaches of the Alabaster Icelands. Until then, the slumbering lord of the tundra. Activate guide, I suppose. No matter how many of these frenzied Pokemon you may quell, the fact remains that you are a stranger to our world. Quite the opposite attitude than what Professor Laventon was saying previously, and Akari too, and a number of people who I've helped with their requests. No small number of people still regard you with suspicion and distrust. The most you can hope for is to gain the trust of as many as possible, and to do that you must prove yourself through your actions. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah! What's wrong? What? It's a Wurmple. Silene doesn't like bugs. Okay. Abra, teleport this Wurmple outside at once! So, you're to survey the Alabaster Icelands next. This is the most treacherous climb you'll face in all Hisui. It would not be an exaggeration to say that you might be the only one among the Survey Corps I can task with surveying the Alabaster Icelands. You know your orders. See your mission through. Well, Silene certainly does regain her composure rather quickly. I don't have any bug-type Pokemon with me right now, do I? My mischievous side's coming out. But that's interesting. Okay, so we're going to head over to the Alabaster Icelands then. Alright. But I do find that rather peculiar. The interesting thing that I was saying was not about the Icelands, but rather Commander Komodo, his attitude. Ginter, what stuff do you have now? Magma Box, Mechanical Cabinet, Mysterious Cord. How much? 8,000. How much for this? That's another 20. And a Magma Box. 10,000. Well. Okay, hold on. We can multitask We can multitask right quick for a bit, is what I was trying to say. But no, I did find that interesting that Commander Komodo seemed to be implying that a number of people may still regard us with a bit of suspicion, but at the same time, how many of these can I make? 5? Okay. Let's go sell these. But it would seem, at least from my perspective, talking with the various villagers that I've helped and other people like that, that for the most part we are gaining people's trust, and that we're being a general help and assistance to the people of Hisui. So I don't know. It seems kind of odd about Commander Komodo's dialogue there. Ooh, 25,000 just for making all of uh, those comet shards or star shards or whatever it was that I made. I got tons of red plates. I need more of the green and the blue. I've even got plenty of stardust. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and sell off some of these red shards. I'm going to sell off 9 of them just to get down to 10, just because I've got so few blue and green. But anyway, that does get us a little more money, and so maybe I want to check out what some of this stuff that Ginter has is. As long as I've got you guys on camera, I think it's a good time to do it. So, let's see what all these things are. I'm going to go ahead and buy them. 10,000 and 20,000 and 8,000, so 38,000. Yeah, that's not going to be too bad. But yeah, it's very interesting. I mean, we know, basically, from Diamond and Pearl, that eventually the... Oh, it's a magma riser. Oh, I didn't even need that. I'll have to sell that back. Okay, but that's what a magma box is. Alright. We know that the Galaxy team, unfortunately, does eventually turn into a criminal organization. Gotta say, you have a fine eye. Few others would recognize the value of a perplexing item like this. Its insides are packed with gears and machinery that serve some unclear purpose. But if you can solve this item's mysteries, your reward will surely be far greater than the price you paid for it today. Well then, I'll get this sent to your quarters, free of charge, of course. Well, I'd hope so, Ginter. Number one, its quarters are just right there, and number two, I could carry it myself if I needed to. Okay. Mysterious cord. So I'm guessing the mysterious cord is going to be a linking cable, which, honestly, I'm more than happy to have a linking cable. Yeah, or linking cord, okay. Okay, so quick side note, apparently some of the stuff Ginter sells is stuff that goes inside of our little house here. Okay. But yeah, we know that the Galaxy team does eventually turn into a criminal organization. And... Oh, I've got a big grin on my face right now. But we don't know what happens between this time frame, where the Galaxy team is productively trying to create a settlement and a society here, and what causes them to eventually turn into Team Galactic. Although one thing we can see that's interesting is that Eurotom seems to want to investigate the refrigerator's motor. Will you let it? No, not right now. Okay, so that's what these things are for. Neat. Okay. Anyway, I didn't want to just stand there staring at the fridge. For anyone who doesn't know, when you let Rotom go into a different appliance, there's like 5 different appliances Rotom can possess, because I believe Rotom is an electric and ghost type, at least in its normal form. Hold on. If I actually get over to the pastures, I can show this a little more easily. But anyway, we don't know what happens that causes Team Galactic to go from being productive members of society to less than productive members, but I'm getting the impression that Commander Komodo is very, very, well, I mean, I don't think this is exactly the correct word, but it's the only one I can think of that fits, but that he's a little bit, paranoid. You know, he keeps mentioning how we have to gain the trust of a lot of people, but I feel like he may be the one, in fact... Wrong button. I want to check Rotom's summary. There it is. But, he keeps talking about how he wants us to, you know, everyone to gain our trust, but I feel like we don't have his trust. And I've also noticed, if you look at some of the names of the people around town, if you notice some of the names of the streets around town, and kind of how everyone talks about Commander Komodo, he is doing everything he can to garner the loyalty of the people that are coming to Jubilife. You know, he wants them to trust him. He wants their loyalty. So, you know, you can find, like, Floraro has a street named after him. Kanala has a bridge named after her, because the names of the bridge and the streets and things are also the names of people. You know, and that's no small feat to show a person who moves into your settlement, you know, that you care about them by honoring them, by naming such a notable thing of your settlement after them. And so I don't know. I feel like there's going to be something coming up with Kamado. I don't know if we're going to change his mind and gain his trust, or if there's, I don't know. My mind is reeling at where the storyline for this game could be going, because I've done everything in my power to avoid any sort of spoilers for this game, because I really do, I love just the unique, interesting kind of the lore building that this game is doing. But anyway, so on to the Rotom deal. You'll notice here in this form, Rotom is an electric and ghost type. And interesting little fact, it is stated in certain media that um, Rotom's form here, where its little head with the point and the little sphere underneath its body, and it just kind of has its little electrical zappy arm things. This is basically Rotom possessing a light bulb. And so Rotom can also possess, I believe it's an electric lawnmower, which will make it an electric and grass type. It can possess that refrigerator we got, which will make Rotom an electric and ice type. It can possess a fan, and it becomes an electric and flying type. And then there's two more. It can possess an electric oven, or like an electric microwave or something like that. Well, I guess all microwaves are electric, but it can possess I think it's a microwave and become an electric and fire type. And and then it can possess a washing machine and become an electric and water type. So anyway, so that's interesting to see that that's where we get some of those contraptions from. Because I remember when Ginter had, previously we did speak to him, and Ginter had something that very much seemed like it was going to be some kind of well, for lack of a better word, a doohickey, that we were going to be doing something with. And I guess those are the things that allow Rotom to take on different forms. That, or he got that thing just now because I've just recently caught a Rotom. Sorry to backtrack, but I do actually want to sell that extra Magmarizer. I don't need two of them. And he's still talking about Talhua. Okay, now I need to actually check. Do I have 3 chunks of salt? Because if I have 3 chunks of salt, I will sidetrack right quick and go down to Talhua and I need to sell these too. I completely forgot I found a couple of nuggets while exploring spatial distortions, or space-time distortions. Oh, blast. I only have 2 things of salt. I've actually gotten kind of tired of listening to him talk about how he wants me to go talk to Talhua. Because all of the shopkeeps, the Galaxy members and whatnot, all around the game will say the same thing every time you interact with them. The linking cord I want to get into storage. And I'm perfectly fine selling the Magmarizer there. I mean, granted, it's a loss of what, like 7,500 Poké Dollars, but it's fine. That 7,500 taught us what a Magma box from Ginter was, so I'm fine. But on that note, I actually should probably sell these too. Let's grab those 3, because I don't need more than 1 Protector. I don't need more than 1 Magmarizer. I don't actually need more than 1 Dubious Disc. Oh. Silly me. Yep, 1 of those. Please go back in your spot. And then 2 of these. Yeah, I don't need any extras of these because they're just used for evolving Pokemon. The Protector is used to evolve Rhydon into Rhyperior, Magmarizer is used to evolve Magmar into Magmortar, and then Porygon uses the upgrade to get to Porygon 2, and Porygon 2 uses the Dubious Disc to become Porygon Z. So I may as well sell those off also. But yeah, it's very interesting to me where this storyline is going, the lore that it's being built upon. I'm not sure if, I mean, I don't want to speculate, but at the same time, I mean, that is exactly what I'm doing. I'm speculating. 500. Yeah, it looks like they're all basically 500. Okay. But yeah, I'm just not sure quite where we're going with all of this. Now, hopefully with Anth, I can just buy my stuff without actually starting her new quest. The color of your clothing can make all the difference in the world, don't you think? I knew you would agree. You want to dress up your favorite... You want to dress up in your favorite color, don't you? I want to make clothing in new colors, but I can't get a hold of the right materials. If you happen to have red shards, blue shards, and green shards, would you kindly give me one of each? Oh, well, I wish I hadn't gotten rid of the, my extra red shards. Well, no, I've got plenty of red shards. Well, okay, I guess this will be a quick side quest we are going to finish. I wanted to buy our snow clothing, is what I came over here for. I have some new styles in stock. Please feel free to have a look. What can I help you with, hun? Well, let's first get your request taken care of. Oh, they're not in my... I'll be honest, it would be nice if, just like with your Pokemon, if somebody wants to, like, say, see a Pokemon, they can, you know, you can just walk up to them without having it in your party, and you can just, you know, magically pull it out of your pasture. It'd be nice if for the requests where they want items, you didn't necessarily have to have the items in your inventory immediately. Okay, so here we go. Sure, here you go. Hand it over the red shard, you hand it over the blue shard, you hand it over the green shard. Such beautiful shards. I'm sure these will work perfectly. Now then, let me try and dye something. I can make anything into a beautiful dye if I cook it down in the trusty cauldron inside my shop. A color more beautiful than I even imagined, and all thanks to you, dear customer. I hope you enjoy the different looks that new colors bring to your outfits. Alright, well there is request 70, colorful new looks complete. Now, finally, we want to buy clothing, and I want to buy some snow gear. Question is, where is the snow gear? Is that under... Azalea. So that's what Azalea looks like. I've never actually bothered to look up the color. There's Chartreuse. Wow, they really have gotten a lot of new colors. Scarlet. Scarlet, but no violet. No, there's probably a violet somewhere in here, and I just passed it, but... Oh, maybe not. Really? No violet? Oh, I'm a little bit disappointed. Let's see, I think the snow stuff might be independent, or not independent, but it's part of these, like, ones you gotta buy separately. Snow stuff, where are you? Oh, maybe I shouldn't have completed her request first. Oh dear. Fancy bottoms. Ah, here we are. Snow trousers. Now I've got to try to remember, I already picked out a color that I liked previously. I think it was the indigo, actually. Of course, now that we've got so many new... Okay, no, so direct those. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the indigo color. Blue happens to be one of my favorite colors, so indigo is going to be quite good. Yes, we're going to change right away. Now we're going to pop over to here, and we're going to actually just quickly skip down, which you can do through left and right. And then we want an indigo snow jacket. Yes, please and thank you. We want to change right away. And finally, no, I need to go over here and find an indigo snow cap. Oh, wait. Bowler hat. A warm cap. Oh, sorry. That's why I was looking for snow cap, not W. Indigo warm cap. And then that's what we're going to look like right there. I'll leave our boots... Well, I guess I can take a quick look to see if there are any warm boots or snow boots or anything like that, but the boots we have on right now do match up quite well with our apparel. But I guess for completionist's sake, yeah, let's just get some Geta sandals. Those will go perfectly in a snow region with our rest of our snowy clothing. Just walking around basically barefoot. Oh, they do have snow boots. Okay. Let's see. Indigo snow boots? What were those blue spruce? You know, I don't think I'm going to get the indigo snow boots. I'd actually prefer something that has a kind of that yellowish color, like that ochre almost matches the yellow, like fluffy stuff that's on the bottom of the jacket and the collar of the jacket, and the fluffy pluff on the hat. Fluffy pluff is, of course, a very technical term. The teal could work too. That's a nice accent. I'm using the wrong buttons. Oh, there we go. No, what is it? Daffodil. It's a little bit bright. Whoops. Crimson, dark slate, white lily. Well, nothing really quite matches the same accent. I'm a little bit disappointed. Everything is just a little bit off in color. In real life, I do not care one tiny bit about my appearance. Well, I care about my appearance. I like to look clean and professional, and of course that kind of thing. But I'm not a big fashion person. So as long as my clothing is clean and in good repair, no tears or damages or anything, I'm happy. But in games and stuff, I do like my character to look somewhat uniform, and I like all the colors to match up and everything. And I guess I will, like I said, I wasn't going to buy the indigo ones, but here we are buying the indigo ones because it's the best color that matches up. Anyway, anyone who doesn't really like all that stuff can, of course, skip ahead. I will even put a special point of interest there to say that we are now going to be leaving the village, so they can skip ahead of that. Anyway, but let's go ahead and actually continue on with our storyline. So, we're to make for the Alabaster Icelands. That's right, not quite yet. Well, there is one side track that I need to do, but we can go ahead and head off to the new area right quick. That's right. I see. Of course, I'm all too aware of the injuries done to some of our own good people because of the frenzies of the other nobles. There seemed little choice but to intervene. But this Avalugg, out in the Alabaster Icelands, hasn't harmed a soul, as I hear it. Avalugg? I don't believe Avalugg is a new Pokemon. I think Avalugg is ordinarily, Avalugg is from Unova, at least in the modern day games, that is modern day time frame games. And it's basically that big Pokemon looks like an iceberg. Does it really behoove us to go out of our way to subdue him? If Avalugg's as great and mighty as they say, he could very well cause avalanches. Avalanches don't require any Pokemon's help. They occur perfectly well on their own, you know. I confess, I still have my doubts whether we should even be getting involved in this case. No damage has been done so far, but if we send Joseph out there, we'll be putting him in danger of real harm. But if the Lord is suffering in its frenzy, like people say, then wouldn't it be kinder to quell it? There's simply so much we don't yet understand when it comes to the noble Pokémon. We don't know whether their frenzies truly are causing them to suffer, nor do we know why they enter these states in the first place, or if this is all connected somehow to the space-time rift. What is it, I wonder, that the Commander hopes will come about from our quelling the nobles, or indeed from surveying any of the Pokémon of this land? What is it he hopes to achieve? A way to coexist, protecting... I can't say a way to coexist, simply because I know there have been subtle hints from the Commander that he's not... he's many things. He seems to be a very good leader. He seems to be a very dedicated and from what I can tell so far, a seemingly honorable man, but a Pokemon trainer he is not. And so a way to coexist, I don't think he's really looking for a way to coexist, but I think he is looking for a way to protect everyone. Indeed. The better we understand our Pokemon neighbors, the safer we'll all feel and be. But if the real goal of this mission is to quell a noble for quelling's sake, rather than for the sake of scientific study, then... Professor Laventon? Oh, nothing to bother yourselves about. Doubtless I'm just being a silly sausage. You've got a mission to carry out, haven't you, Joseph? Then we will support you in it. The best support I can offer you now is another chance to practice your battle skills. I'm gonna win, I'd better not. Oh, there is something I would like to check on. But I don't want to not battle. Well, it doesn't really matter one way or the other. I'll forego doing the force sciencing. I was curious if Burmy in town would change its cloak to a trash cloak, like in the Pearl and Diamond games or not. But I think we'll just battle normally. I'm gonna win, Akari. I'm glad just to get the opportunity to battle you. The fact that I've been able to grow so much as a Survey Corps member and work together with Pikachu is due to you joining us. The Survey Corps' Akari challenged you to battle. Akari sent out Mr. Mime. Really? And what level did it say Mr. Mime was? 46. Okay. So I guess it was a good idea that I went ahead and got my Pokemon up to level 50. And she's... Oh, and she's got... Oh, of course she had a Mime Jr. previously. He evolved. Oh, how nice. Or she. I didn't notice the gender on... I really liked that graphic. Nice. But that's great that she got her Pokemon to evolve. Well, ironically, Rollout. I thought I might have to use multiple Pokemon here, but so far Typhlosion's been batting 10 for 10. Or at least 2 for 2. And of course now... Let's see what happens. Oh, well, there goes Typhlosion. Alright. We'll go ahead and swap in Graveler. Oh, cheeky Bulldoze. Yeah. There's something so natural about the sight of you and your Pokemon fighting together. About your mission in the Icelands. Well, it will be a challenge. Be careful out there. As for me, I'll set off for the Alabaster Islands forthwith. See you there, my boy. Okay, so now they are gone. Alright. Hey guys, I'm having to do post-commentary. As you saw, the video glitched out a bit and the visuals froze up. Did my best to fix it, but I'm going to go ahead and splice in the mass outbreak footage to show you guys that right quick. Hope you enjoy. Hey there guys, now I brought you back in. I'll pull up on the map. This is a mass outbreak. Over here we have a mass outbreak of Glameow. Now they're skittish Pokemon, so every time they see me, they kind of run off. But I wanted to bring you guys back over here to show off this little feature of the game because it's something I haven't been able to get on camera. I'm not sure what causes the mass outbreaks to occur, but it is something that I've just sort of noticed happens almost randomly. And so I don't know if it's like a time-based thing, but basically while I'm out level grinding, usually off camera, as I go in and out of the village, on occasion they'll have these mass outbreaks occur, and the game will show you they're occurring. Let me get all the way out here. By putting these icons on the map, like here's Glameow, or we might have like a mass outbreak of Badoo over here, and then you'd have a little picture of Badoo somewhere, so on and so forth. And then also when you leave the village guard will tell you, he'll have some different dialogue and tell you that a mass outbreak is occurring. And so anyway, I wanted to just make sure that I showed off this little feature. And then once you get into the map itself, it'll show you exactly where the mass outbreak is. And once you get close enough to it, like when I was right about here, as I was approaching and getting past the Alpha Perugly, I couldn't think of Glameow's evolution right there, it went ahead and popped a little text box on the screen saying, "You discovered the mass outbreak." Anyway, but one thing that I wanted to see about, and I'm actually kind of glad we have Glameow here, is I want to see, like, as they disappear, other Glameow have simply sort of popped in, and so, Sorry, excuse me. Yeah, like you notice that Glameow just disappeared, but then other Glameow will sort of pop back in to replace them. And I think this is actually a way of shiny hunting a little bit. And so I wanted to sort of poke around here and just see if I couldn't get a shiny Glameow to pop in. Now, I assume if it does, like the other shinies, it will simply pop in and have the little stars shoot above its head. At least that's the same thing that happened when I was playing the game previously and Geodude popped out and it was shiny. Just the same way that the exclamation point is popping over that Glameow's head there because it's apparently glitching out a little bit. Stars popped out. But anyway, I'm going to stay around here a little bit and just sort of wander about and see if I can't get a shiny one to pop up. And if I can, I'll try to catch it and I'll bring you guys back for that. So, I'll go ahead and cut back out here and see if I can find something shiny to show you. Oh, the reported Pokemon seem to be gone. Okay, so apparently that's what happens. Yeah, that's what happens after the outbreak ends. So I didn't get any shinies popping up in there, but as long as we are here, I have been wanting to catch a Hisuian Growlithe, and it looks like we have one over here. I was wondering why I didn't run into a Hisuian Growlithe last time, but I guess it's because we had, oh, I've forgotten what her name is, but we had the, Pearl Clan member who had her own Growlithe over here. Now, if I remember correctly, I think the promotional stuff, at least one of the trailers, said something about Hisuian Growlithe coming in pairs. Can you see me? It's just a weird thing. I don't know if it can actually see me or not. I believe Hisuian Growlithe are supposed to be naturally aggressive, but even though I'm walking right in front of it like this... Oh, okay, so yeah, now it notices me, but even though I was like right in front of it, because I was crouched down in the grass, I was, you know, quote-unquote hidden from it. But I just want to kind of sneak up here right quick while it tries to attack me, because I'm curious if there's another Hisuian Growlithe around here somewhere, because if they naturally occur in pairs, as silly as it is, I would much rather catch both of them than just one in this particular instance. But no, I don't see another one over here, so I guess we'll just have one Hisuian Growlithe, which actually makes me feel a little bit better because I don't really want two of them. So we'll catch a loner Growlithe. So let's see. Fire Fang. Oh, good going, Gibble. I've got several ground-type Pokemon in my party right now, along with Weirdeer and Togepi, because I was trying to level them up before we headed over to the next part of the game, because I feel like having some ground-type Pokemon will be good for that. I'm being a little ambiguous on exactly where I am right now as far as the storyline, because I don't know when I'm going to edit all this back in. It was kind of an impromptu recording session. But anyway, I believe Weirdeer actually knows Hypnosis, so let's go ahead and swap in Weirdeer, and I will see about hypnotizing Growlithe to make it a little easier to catch. I'm just worried that Actually, I can see what typing Growlithe is, because it may be... Ah, okay, it's Fire and Rock. If I had used a Ground-type move against it, that would have been really super effective. That wouldn't have been good at all, which is exactly what I was worried about. So, I don't think making Hypnosis with a strong style does anything. I think that just using an agile style means you might be able to partner it up with another move more quickly if you can pull that off. But anyway, a regular Hypnosis for our intentions here. And now... crunch. Luckily Weirdeer is a lot more powerful. And now a Pokeball. Alrighty, there we go. Our Hisuian Growlithe. And as you can see down there in the corner, my Gibble and my Krogunk can both evolve already. We'll come back and show those evolving in a different part of the video. But anyway, so I wanted to bring you guys back, like I said, for the mass outbreak. I just wanted to kind of show that. I didn't bring you guys back at the very, very beginning of it because I wasn't even sure if I was going to get out here and have it be anything. But when I did get out here and it was something, that's when I started recording. So sorry I came back in kind of like halfway through. But yeah, the Pokemon basically just wander around here and they continually spawn. In the case of the Glameow, it was right about here. Every time the Glameow would go off into the distance and disappear into the grass, or whatever you want to call it, the more Glameow would appear in this little center area. And I think if you use that to your advantage and just get them to appear over and over and over again, you can shiny hunt in that fashion, because I know at least at one point when I went back into the village after a mass outbreak occurred, I didn't go to that mass outbreak. This is the first one I've actually been to myself. But when I went back into the village, there was a comment from an NPC saying that one of the Pokemon there was a different color. So anyway, that's everything so far that I have learned or know or have experienced with the mass outbreaks, and just wanted to share that with you guys. So, I guess at this point it's back to the regularly scheduled video programming, and I will see you guys back there. Thanks so much! And one last bit of post-commentary here, guys. The mass outbreak footage you saw there was from a previous recording. I did want to share that with you, as well as the catching of the Hisuian Growlithe. I'm afraid the freeze frame technical glitch also meant that I wasn't able to show you the Petilil outbreak like I wanted to. I apologize. And I'm not going to be able to fit the evolution compilation in here like I wanted. I just need to kind of get the technical problems fixed and taken care of. So I'm going to go ahead and bring the episode to a close here, guys. As ever, thank you so much for joining. I hope you guys stay happy, stay healthy, and your futures are filled with a great deal of optimism and good fortune. I will see you guys on the next episode. Thank you so much for joining me, and bye-bye, guys.